are, because we've already weathered the storms where we are. So we know every nook and cranny of where we are. So when the Lord beckons us to come, it's a hard thing for some of us because we don't know, we're unfamiliar with where He's taking us. And Lord, is there anything else that I have to go through? Because I just don't think that I can go through anything else in my life, but I really want to come, Lord. Many of us feel like we have come to the Lord because we've moved churches. We've changed jobs. We have increased our attendance at church, and we started paying our tithes, and we stopped clubbing it, but still we don't feel the presence of the Lord with us. That's because it's not about your physical location. It's about your spirit that the Lord is asking you to come, to give it to me. Let your spirit rest with me. Come journey with me in your spirit. We can stop changing all these churches. Moving from job to job, trying to find God. God is over there. God is over there. The church, the true church is over there. They teaching the word over there. No, baby,
Come on, Pastor.
It's right here in you. And wherever you go, whether you messed up or not, you take you with you. God said, come. Condition that you're in, come. It doesn't matter to God what condition. Sometimes we think that, Lord, I'll come as soon as I get thus and such together. God said, come. He already know that you're messed up. Come. He already know about the divorce. He said, come. Yes. He already knows that you have defiled the temple. He said, come. He knows where you've been. He said, come. He knows what you're thinking. He said, come. Just come anyway. Just come. 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 Stop playing God. Stop trying to figure it out for God. God said, come. I know where you're going. I know what I made you for. Just come to me. Come. 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 We can stop right there. Just come. Yes. God said, I know what they did to you. I just want you to come. I know the violation against you. I said, come. I know your medical condition. I said, come. But we have to make up in our minds that we want to move from where we are. Some of us don't want to move because we have ownership of the place where we are. Whether it's good or bad, I suffered with that thing. I mastered that thing. And I'm right here because I have control of it. And if I leave it, I have to leave my control in order to go with God. Come. The second part of the formula in our relationship with the Lord is found in 2b. We still on verse 2. 2b. And he said, go down to the potter's house. Go down to the potter's house. Why down? Why not out to the over to the potter's house.
Wow.
Why down to the potter's house? Why come I couldn't go up to the potter's house? Why down to the potter's house? Why down? As a direction or a position of the potter's house. Well, let me give you some historical background of the potter's house. Historically, the potter's house wasn't a fabulous building. It wasn't located in the suburbs. As a matter of fact, the location of the potter's house was usually where people did not want to go. Did not want to be caught in that territory. It was where people strived to get away from all of their lives. It was a place that once you moved from it, you never wanted to return. It was located in the valley. Though I walked through the valley, where you find the ills of life saturated. Prostitution, gangs, and so forth. Some would describe it as not being so pretty. Not comfortable, terrifying valley. Even if I drove through the valley, I would roll up my windows and lock my doors. Yes. Sometimes when I drive through the valley, sometimes I wish that I had my windows tinted so that they wouldn't see that I was a woman driving through the valley by myself. Driving through the valley, don't stop at a stop sign, because then you got to turn your rings around and cover up the chains and make sure your purse is on the floor. In the valley was the potter's house. In the valley was the potter's house. Ain't that just like God would be in an unsuspected place that you really don't want to go to? Isn't that just like the Father? But this is where the potter lived and worked. After you leave from where you are and you come, after you answer the calling to come, after you get up from where you are and you decide to come and you leave that thing from which you worked so hard for, the thing that you struggled to get through, and you made up your mind that I will come to the Lord. And now you will have to humble yourself and go down to the potter's house. After you done gave up everything to come, now God is asking you to go down to the potter's house. He's asking you to humble yourself. To go to the potter's house, a place you vowed that you would never return to. The place you spent your whole life getting out of. The place that terrifies you the most. Go down to the potter's house. How many of you know there are a lot of people who will not accept an invitation that will require them to go down, to downsize, to venture into something beneath them, even to get a word from the Lord. I can't do that, Jesus. We done fought too hard for that. No, God, I can't go there. I don't think that's the Lord talking to me. That's me talking to myself. God wouldn't ask me to do something like that. God knows everything that I've been to. Why would he ask me to go down to the potter's house? Don't get caught up on your own hype. Don't get caught up on your own hype. Why would a potter's position be down? because we think of ourselves more highly than we ought to.
Come on. Come on.
Why go down to the powder's house? Well, when we decrease ourselves, we can then elevate God to the position that he's supposed to be in our lives. When we humble ourselves, then we can lift up the name of Jesus so that he can draw all men unto himself. When we humble ourselves, even in our minds, when we humble ourselves, then God can begin to speak to us because we don't think that we are on equal playing field as God is. Again, this is not about location. This is about our spirit. God is more concerned about the condition of your spirit than he is about your zip code. He's more concerned about the condition of your spirit than he is about the car that you're driving. He's more concerned about the condition of our spirit than how much money you make. He's more concerned about our spirit than he is the job that you're working. Come, go down. Come, leave where you are. Go down and humble yourself so that you can elevate God. And now the third part of the formula in our relationship with the Lord is found in 2C. He says, there I will let you hear my words. There I will let you hear my words. The atmosphere that you are in is not conducive to receive the word from the Lord. The atmosphere that you're in is not conducive to receive the word from the Lord. It's not set yet. It's not ready yet. It hasn't been prepared for what God has to say to you because there's too many distractions that are going on in our lives. There's too many things going on where we are. We worried about our kids. We worried about the job. We worried about how much money we got. We worried about paying the bills. And this is why the Lord said, come out from those things. Come, go with me. I need you to go down to the potter's house. I need you to decrease so that I can increase. I need you to get to an atmosphere that I can begin to speak to you so that your mind is not distracted, so that you're not multitasking me when I'm talking to you. I need your undivided attention. Quit being distracted. Quit multitasking me. Quit driving and praying at the same time. Who you think you're talking to? I need your undivided attention. Ah, yes. I listen to you. I stop everything I'm doing to listen to you when you talk to me. Ah, yes. I need to get you in a place that you can begin to hear me. I need you to come from all the things that you have built up for yourself. I need you to get back down to where you started from. Because you didn't start up here. You started down here in the valley. You started in the valley. And in the valley, you will return so that I can give you my word. It was in the valley that I first created you. be repositioned in order to hear a word from the Lord. The Lord could have given Jeremiah the word without Jeremiah having to leave where he was to go down to the potter's house. In fact, Jeremiah had been to the potter's house many times, knew where it was, knew what it looked like. But on this particular occasion, God was requiring Jeremiah to revisit the potter's house. At this particular time in your life, God is requiring you to go down to the potter's house. It's something that's going on in your life that you need to hear a word from the Lord. And the Lord is bidding you to come to him. The Lord is asking you to humble yourself. The Lord is asking you to come down to the potter's house so that you can hear his words. Oh, why the need to give you the word at the potter's house when the Lord can give you the word wherever you are? Why the potter's house? The Lord wants to get you in a place where he can open up your hearing. The Lord allowed Jeremiah to hear his words. But watch this. While he was watching and looking at the potter's wheel, God was speaking to him at the same time. Not only could he hear the word of the Lord, he could also see the word of the Lord in action. I submit to you today that the Lord wants to speak to you so that you can receive him with head and heart. Because a lot of times the Lord will give us a word. We'll reason with that word instead of letting the word come from the heart to balance out our intellect. Sometimes God wants us to receive each other with head and heart. Too much heart can lead you down the wrong path. Too much mind can lead you down the wrong path. But when we got the head and the heart, it will balance each other out so that we will know the word from the Lord. Well, you're now in the master's hands. What is the word the Lord has for you at the potter's house? What is it that the Lord has to speak to you at the potter's house? Well, he tells us in verse 6, he said, "Can I not do with you, O house of Israel, just as this potter has done, says the Lord? Just like the clay in the potter's hand, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel." While the Lord was speaking to Jeremiah, Jeremiah saw that the potter didn't throw away the spoiled clay that was in his hands. Rather, the potter reworked it because he saw something useful in the clay. The clay that was once beautifully and wonderfully made now had been blemished beyond despair. The clay had been blemished by feelings of rejection and low self-esteem. The clay had been blemished by poverty and low self-worth. The clay had been blemished by incarceration and feeling outcast and isolated. The clay had been blemished by divorce and feeling abandonment. The clay had been blemished by addiction, criticized, and feeling like no one cares about you. The clay had been blemished by abuse and feeling ashamed. The clay had been blemished by feelings of infidelity, and you began to question your self-confidence. The clay and the quality of life had been clay was no longer good for anybody to do anything with. The clay, you might as well have tossed it out the window because it had no more use. How many of you know that the Lord specializes in that which is spoiled? Oh yes, the writer defined the potter as the art of the potter was a difficult one to master. It required knowledge of finding the right raw materials and of the best method of preparing the batch for reshaping and decorating and firing the ware. You see, this type of potter is good because he deals with the raw material. But I want to submit to you this morning, they can only create from non-tarnished raw materials. But when you put spoiled materials in the hands of the master, he doesn't look at it and throw it away. When you put spoiled, blemished, tarnished, ineffective vessels in the hands of the master, he looks at it and says, I can still use it. You have not gone too far. That if you put yourself in the hands of the master, that he can't rework something out of you. It's not that in its original form it wasn't made correctly. Oh yes, it was made correctly. It's that it became spoiled and now has to be reworked, reprocessed, revised, and remodeled. Although the vessel is spoiled, there's still hope in the hands of the master. Although spoiled, there's still restoration in the hands of the master. When the vessel in its original form has been spoiled, the master still has the same unconditional love for the vessel that he had originally created. Don't think because of all that you went through in your life that the master still doesn't have love for you. The master still looks at you and said, you are my child in whom I am well pleased. Oh, the master still loves you even though somebody else has thrown you away and tarnished you. The master said, come to me. I can do something with you. You're not washed up. You're not isolated. I still have need of you. Oh, what I originally planned for you, we just don't rework that thing and put you right back out there because you're still good to me. I can still use you. That's good news. That's good news. That God can still use us. That's good news. That he doesn't throw us away. Because a lot of us have made some bad decisions in our lives. A lot of us have been violated by crimes and other things that people have done to us. There have been times when people have caused us to lower our self-esteem and we think that we're no good for anybody. As a matter of fact, they may have told you that you ain't no good, your mama ain't no good, and your daddy ain't no good, and you're never gonna be any good. But God said, I think differently. I need you for something. I think I can still use you in the kingdom of God. Oh yes, God, come. Leave where you are. Go down to the potter's house and reconcile yourself to the master. Because the master can do something and reshape you in images and forms that you never would have dreamed of. He can put you in places that you never expected. He can give you new vision. As a matter of fact, the second vision he gives you might be better than the first one that he gave you. So you need to turn around and thank your enemy for tarnishing the clay in the first place. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible. I thought that spirit of depression was going to take me my whole life. But God said, I'm going to take that depression, baby, and I'm going to take you to some new heights. And let your enemies see how much I reworked you. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. In the hands of the master. In the hands of the master. There are some people who are good at what they do. But you know, without a doubt, when you have come face to face with a master. There's some people that's real good at what they do. As a matter of fact, it's frustrating when you're around people who don't know what they're doing but faking like they do. They say all the right words. As a matter of fact, they got headliners, but no content. Haven't been around the block a few times to know the possibilities of the roadblocks that can come up. Oh, put me in the hands of a master any day. Because I don't have time to play around with people who don't know what they're doing and faking like they know what they're doing. Amen. Oh yes, my life, throughout my life, what God, I ain't gonna talk about nobody else, talk about myself and what God has done for me in my life. That I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I was in the hands of a master. Because the enemy attacked me when I was just a child, too young to defend myself. And then the enemy started attacking my health. And then the enemy started taking everybody that I believed in. And the people that raised me started dying off. Oh, yes. Yes. Didn't have a chance to think about what I wanted to do in life, but the master showed up. The master showed up. Took me to places that I never thought that I would go to in my life. The master said, I still have need of you. And although you were violated, the master said that I now want to use you to speak life into people who have had something taken away from them. We worked that thing. Reworked it, didn't it? God reworked it. He worked it. Yes. Being raised with an alcoholic father. God said, I'm going to take that. And now you're going to speak into the life of other alcoholic children so that they'll know how to come out of it. Woo. God is awesome. In the hands of a master. Could nobody else do anything like that but God? But the master. Only the master knows what he has created. Only the master knows the original form, and only the master can change it. I'm done. Come on, minister. In the hands of a master. It's not over. It's not over, church. Whatever you've been through in your life, God said, come. You're going to have to leave where you are. The very thing that you're holding on to, the thing that you think that's holding you together, God said, let it go. Come to him. Let him have it. Come. Let it go. Let him have it. Come. And then he says, go down. And I know that you've been through a lot in your life, but God still wants you to humble yourself, because no matter how much that we have gone through, we give ourselves too much credit for coming out of it. And that's the reason why God is saying, humble yourself. Even though you've been through a lot, you're still up here in your spirit because you think you did it. humble yourself. Go back to where you started from. Go back to square one when he first made you on the wheel. Go back to where he had you in his hands and he was shaping you and forming you into the image that he wanted you to be. You got to go back to the basics so that he can rework it. Because the vessel has gotten spoiled. The vessel has gotten spoiled by the messiness of life. Oh yes. That was my seminary professor, Peggy Way. Bless her soul, she's gone to be with the Lord. But she always said the messiness of life causes us to stumble, causes the clay to spoil, causes the vessel not to be able to perform like God wants us to perform. But in the hands of the master, God is not done with you yet. In the hands of the master. Come on, Pastor Mims.